All right, so taking a look at our last page, we are going to get to multiplying. Okay, and so for this, so remember when we start to multiply exponents and it's raised to powers, remember this is just utilizing your product rule. Okay, so um, I'm sorry, your power over a product rule. Okay, so we're going to distribute this 3x into all three of these terms. All right, so essentially this is going to be 2x squared times 3x minus 4x times 3x plus 5 times 3x. All right, so now if I just multiply this out, I'm going to get 6x to the third power minus 12x to the second power plus 15x. Okay, and we will be done. Okay, same thing with number 16. We just got to pay attention to this negative. So now the negative 2y to the 6 is going to multiply into y cubed, giving us negative 2y to the 9th. And then negative 2y times a positive 3, negative 2y to the 6 times a positive 3y is going to be a negative 6y to the 7th, because a negative times a positive is negative. And then negative 2y to the 6 times negative 1 is just going to be positive 2y to the 6. All right, so when you have two binomials, it's you can either FOIL it out or you can work the box. So we'll do both. We'll do one for 17 and we'll do another way for 18. So first is just foiling. So FOIL stands for first, which is just my first two terms, x times x, which equals x squared. O means outside, so my furthest outside terms is x times negative 2, which equals negative 2x. The I stands for inside. My most inside terms is positive 4 times x, which is 4x. And then L just means last, right? So that's our FOIL, which is positive 4 times negative 2x, which will give us a negative 8. And so now you just have to combine like terms. So we get x squared, and then I have a negative 2x plus a positive 4x. So that's just going to be plus 2x minus 8. And we would be done. Another way is to just do the box method. And so the box method, just say, I'm going to create a 2x2 box, 3y minus 5. And I'm going to draw a line to split these up. And then I'm going to say 2y plus 1. And now I'm going to just multiply the perimeter of these boxes of the box. Right? So we're going to say 2y times 3y is 6y squared. 2y times negative 5 is negative 10y. 3y times 1 is 3y. And 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. And now, again, I'm going to rewrite this in descending order, combining my likes. Negative 7y plus 3y, negative 10y plus 3y is a negative 7y minus 5. All right, so you can do the box also for like number 19 when you're multiplying a trinomial by a binomial. You can also do the distributive property, right? Or you can do what we use to, old multiplication, which you can say old long out multiplication. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this x into everything. So x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x. Right, so I distribute the x into all three. Now I'm going to distribute the negative 5 into all three. But I see that this starts off at x squared with my highest degree being the power of 2. So I'm going to just put it right under my power of 2. Minus 5x squared minus 15x plus 10. And now I can just combine my likes. Nothing is like my x cubed. 3x squared minus 5x squared is a negative 2x squared. And negative 2x minus 15x is negative 17x. And then add my 10. And we're done combining. Is as simplistic as it can get as far as that question. All right, and again, if you wanted to do a box, you would say 2y cubed minus y squared plus 4. And then we have y positive 3. And now we can say y times 2y cubed is 2y to the 4th. Negative y squared times y is just negative y cubed. 4 times y is 4y. And then we can say 3 times 2 is 6y cubed. And then 3 times negative y squared is just negative y squared. And then 3 times 4 is 12. Right? And just make sure you're paying attention, because the only like terms that I see is the 6y and the negative 6y cubed and the negative y cubed. So that's the only combining I'm going to do. The rest of this I can just write out. So 2y to the 4th. And then this is essentially 6 minus 1, which is a positive 5y cubed. And then minus 3y squared plus 4y plus 12. And we're done. All right, so hopefully that has helped you as you continue to work through multiplying monomials, polynomials, trinomials, binomials, and everything in between.